Allowing him a small group of loyal followers, they chose a far-flung outpost of their empire, a slab of volcanic rock in the South Atlantic Ocean, one of the most remote places on Earth, St. Helena.
When Napoleon sees this fortress for the first time, he understands everything. He knows at this moment, this is going to be his grave.
Once the ruler of nearly all of Europe, Napoleon found himself confined to an island 10 miles long, 6 miles wide. It would be nice, he told an aide, to fall asleep and not wake up for a year or two. On Elba, he had at least been an emperor. On St. Helena, he was a prisoner, guarded by 2,000 soldiers and 2 ships that circled the island 24 hours a day. His final palace would be a wooden bungalow that had once been a row of cattle stalls. He was 46 years old, with nothing to do for the rest of his life but eat, sleep, and search for a way to occupy his mind. To die is nothing, he said, but to live defeated and without glory is to die every day. Stripped of every vestige of power, on this windswept island lost in the Atlantic, Napoleon fought the endless boredom of his days. He gardened, read any book or newspaper he could get his hands on, tried rewriting a tragedy of Voltaire's, imposed an exacting imperial etiquette on his retinue, and sparred with the island's English governor, who insisted on calling Napoleon General Bonaparte. When he was unable to sleep, he would summon one of his retainers in the middle of the night and rant about the world, or explain why he lost the Battle of Waterloo. Only one weapon remained him: words. With words, he would launch his last campaign. Day after day, he dictated his memoirs, forging the story of his life into the stuff of legend. "I shall survive," he said, "and whenever they want to strike a lofty attitude, they will praise me."
Il avait, pendant ces jours-là, décidé que sa vie...
He had decided during this time that his real life had ended, but that now his legendary life would begin, and that he had to take care of it.
He re-argued his decisions and refought his battles, recalling his greatest triumphs for all the world to admire. Rivoli, the pyramids, Marengo, Austerlitz. These are granite, he said. The tooth of envy is powerless there. The Civil Code, the Bank of France, the bridges over the Seine, schools, roads, canals, libraries. He made them all bear witness to his enduring legacy.
He reconstructs his actions to justify his choices, to say that he was the savior of the revolution, to say that he wanted peace, to say that he wanted a new world, and that the kings of Europe were opposed to a modern man, a man of action who was working for the good of the people.
He had little else to do but fight the battle of his image, of his reputation. And it was an extremely successful campaign. What is conveyed in this is an individual who can accomplish so much, so very much, through determination and energy and intelligence. This is his sense of himself.
As time wore on, his health failing, Napoleon at last gave way to boredom and then despair.
He really felt this sadness falling little by little, like a drop of acid which finally corrodes your soul.
Corroder votre être profond. Et je crois que
I believe it was this that killed Napoleon.
Napoleon lasted 5.5 years on St. Helena. On May 5th, 1821, he died, deliriously whispering, "France, Army, Chief of Army, Josephine." He was 51 years old. As he had willed it, his life entered into the world's imagination. Even his exile became a glorious martyrdom. St. Helena, his crown of thorns, the last station of his cross. "My downfall," he said, "raises me to infinite heights."
Napoleon
considered it necessary to present himself as a martyr.
Il le dit.
He said, if Christ hadn't been crucified, he would never have been God.
As the years passed, his story told and retold, the love of power, the tyrannical nature of his rule, and the 3 million soldiers who had died in wars that had brought him glory, did nothing to tarnish the brilliance of the legend he had created.
Napoleon, through his writing, was able to create loyal, fervent followers. It's extraordinary. With the wave of a magic wand, from a defeated prisoner, he becomes a hero again. He becomes the one who writes history. He doesn't die. He will never die.
Il ne mourra jamais.
Everything on earth is soon forgotten, Napoleon said, except the opinion we leave imprinted on history. There is no immortality but the memory that is left in the minds of men.